Hi everybody, this is Rafael Juarez from Las Vegas, Nevada, and here's my idea number 4 on how I plan to screw homelessness as usual. To create a system where our fellow human beings who had a stroke of bad luck or, got dealt the wrong cards or made the wrong choices or didn't have a support system to mentor to. Like there's many possibilities of why people become homeless, but none of them should be allowed and accepted. Our life circumstances that shape and mold our beliefs and how we start to react in this world and participate and or not participate. So, everybody is born with the right intentions and full of possibility that anything's possible. Truly take the time to get to know their needs and get to know what it is that is their visions and what got them into that place, and then create a support system to keep them out of that place again. From the instant that we hit this world out of the womb, we start becoming exposed to many different experiences, and those experiences will shape us, obviously. And so we are just a byproduct of our childhood. So recently there's been, a new turn of homelessness, where before it was usually just people who gave up on life, got dealt the wrong hand, loss of love, addictive behaviors, but now it's about the job and housing crisis that has created many homeless families. Just recently saw a news article where the banks were ending up tearing down some of the houses that were built just to prevent future maintenance costs or vandalism that had happened. This demand that the banks just bring everything to market value and allow people to stay in homes. We provide a system where they are the caretakers of these properties until point of sale, or that earns them credits towards purchasing these homes. So homelessness has always been something that's stood out to me ever since I could understand what it was. Just seeing that it was very unnecessary, always having thoughts about it, always trying to figure out, okay, what can be done to end homelessness. So here's my idea on what I've been thinking about for the homeless center, and what I want to call it is headquarters. Really, seeing that many different organizations individually are trying to tackle homelessness with great efforts, kids, teens, and adults. There's a lot of great efforts that are going on right now, but what I'm noticing is that the efforts are individualized and they're not really coming together. The organizations aren't coming together and saying, hey, you're tackling homelessness, I'm tackling homelessness too. to bring all efforts, all community efforts, all organization efforts, all individual efforts together. From the book I'm reading, by Sir Richard Branson, and it's called Screw Business as Usual. And it talks about not just throwing money at things, not just throwing money at fundraisers or charities, and really truly looking to see how the problem can be solved, to figure out how can we eliminate what we keep throwing money at for years and years and years and years and years. Homelessness is still not being eliminated, and so this gets to be done once and for all. And it talks about, what if all businesses work together as one? So what if all charities and nonprofits that are working towards the same efforts and towards the same visions are brought together and created in true partnerships and connection and relationship and communication to multiply those efforts. I mean, the more hands, the more heads, the more people that are involved, that are already involved individually, and you just bring them together. Okay, how can we just eliminate this crazy thing of homelessness? A headquarters, an organization that tackles homelessness in a way that eliminates it completely, and see what else we can do, see what connections we have together, see who we know, see what we can share with each other to help evolve our efforts, truly make homelessness something that doesn't exist anymore. I believe that we can create the systems possible to not only eliminate current world homelessness, but to also prevent it from happening. Because it'll be one thing to eliminate it, but it'll be another thing to prevent it. But it's possible. We bring everybody's efforts, everybody's knowledge of what they've done so far in trying to tackle homelessness, because obviously it hasn't been cured and it hasn't been solved. It's just been maintained. So let's end it. I mean, seriously, there shouldn't be any excuse for why we can't end homelessness in our own country, and of course in other countries. What we create here, I want to multiply around the world so that we eliminate homelessness everywhere. It should not exist. It's ridiculous that it exists. From kids to teenagers to adults, it's just wrong that anybody has to be exposed to the elements of the weather and just everything that happens when you live on the street, and not given a true opportunity to get out and start anew. And I have ideas of how to renew the homelessness people, and what the headquarters is we're going to have a homelessness bus. And this homelessness bus drives around each city. So the ones that we pick up in the homelessness bus, we get down, speak to them about the opportunities that we can present to them and how we want to be of support to bring them back, to renew them back into life and really support them. Looking to be aware of, ways to be creative and get supplies that are needed for close to nothing, if not nothing. There are many just stores, companies, food markets, buffet centers, all you can eats. There's so much that is just on a daily basis thrown to waste, and it's finding areas of waste, because we're finding companies where they just dispose of things that are still able to be used and recycled back. And there is so much food waste daily. I mean, just look at when we have people come in from the homelessness bus or that come in off the street, we're able to shower them, shampoo them, clean them up, get them into new clothes, clean clothes. And not just like, rag new clothes, like good clothes, like that you would wear basically, and that are presentable and that make them feel good and make them feel renewed. rehabilitating from point A to point Z human beings who are our fellow human beings, are just like you and I, and you and I could be in the same situation just as easy, and we will renew them to be role models back into being vital parts of humanity in whatever way that looks, as long as it's positive. So just really not giving up on homeless people and knowing that they are human beings and we are all the same, and belief in themselves, and that the game's not over, to not quit, and to really inspire them to take on creating their own entrepreneurial spirit, or inserting them into a job that they feel valued in, and that is truly a win-win for them and for the company and for humanity, and multiply those efforts. There's no way that we can't start eliminating and just tackling one by one some of these yearly, daily efforts that we put out to cure this or cure that, or eliminate this or eliminate that, when they're still going on for years and years and years. We get to end things once and for all that aren't serving people, that aren't good for humanity. And really, homelessness is something that is huge and just gets to be eliminated.